We have 10 problems, fractions and decimals practice. Problem number 1 is 6 1/4 plus 8 2/3 Remember, adding mixed numbers allows you to work the whole numbers first. This only works for adding. So we can add 6 and 8 and get 14. And then let's add 1/4 plus 2/3. We need a common denominator. The least common multiple of 3 and 4 is 12. 3 times 1 is 3. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. So it's 14 and 11 over 12. Problem 2. 1 1/4 plus 9 1/10. So adding mixed numbers allows you to work the whole numbers first, but it only works for adding. So let's combine these two. That's 10. And then we need to combine 1/4 and 1/10. The least common multiple of 4 and 10 is 20. Four times 5 is 20. 1 times 5 is 5. 10 times 2 is 20. 1 times 2 is 2. Add those and you get 7 over 20. So 10 and 7 over 20. Problem number 3. So we're not adding anymore, we're going to be subtracting. 6 1/5 minus 3 8/10. So change to get common denominators. So we need 6, 3, so let's multiply this by 2, and this by 2. So we'll have 2/10 here. Okay, now, can we subtract 8 from 2? No, so let's borrow from that whole number. So we'll have 5 plus 1 2/10 minus 3 8/10. So now convert this mixed number to an improper fraction. 10 times 1 plus 2 is going to be 12. So that's 5 and 12 over 10 minus 3 and 8 over 10. So it's 2 and 4 over 10, but simplify that to 2 and 2/5. Problem 4. is 3 and 2 over 6. Minus 1 and 10 over 36. So you need common denominators. 36 is a multiple of 6, so let's change the denominator to 36. Times 6 here, times 6 here. So that's 12 over 36. 1 and 10 over 36. And that gives us 2 and 2 over 36. But let's simplify that to 2 and 1/18. Problem 5. 8 and 1/9. Minus 4 and 17 over 81. Let's get a common denominator. 81 is a multiple of 9. Change that to 81. So it's 8 and something over 81 minus 4 and 17 over 81. So multiply that by 9 and this by 9. So you have 8 and 9 over 81 minus 4 and 17 over 81. We can't take away 17 from 9, so let's borrow from the whole number. So we get 7 plus 1 and 9 over 81 minus 4 and 17 over 81. Now, change this mixed number to an improper fraction. 7, 81 times 1 plus 9, that's going to be 90. Seven and 90 over 81 minus 4 and 17 over 81. Now do 90 minus 17. 90 minus 10 is 80. 80 minus 7 is 73, so it's going to be 73 over 81. 3 and 73 over 81. Okay, here's your next problem. Problem 6. This is our 1 decimal problem. 2 and 5/100ths, negative 2 and 5/100ths times 4. So 205 times 4. So I will multiply like normal and then put the decimal back in. 4 times 5 is 20, 0 here, 2 here. 4 times 0 is 0 plus 2 is 2. 4 times 2 is 8. Now I have 2 decimal places, so I need 2 decimal places. And a negative times a positive is a negative. Problem 7. 2/3 times 6 times negative, nope, not negative. This should be negative. Negative 6 times 5. Let's turn these fractions into whole numbers. 2/3 times negative 6 over 1 times 5 over 1. And now let the cross-canceling commence. Can you cancel 6 and 3? Yes. Divide them both by 3 and you get 2 here and 1 here. And now 2 times 2 is 4. Don't forget that negative. Negative 4. Negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. Problem 8. Negative 3 over 5 times negative 10 thirds times negative 2 over 9. And what does all that equal? Let's work on it. 3 over 5 times 10 over 3 times 2 over 9. 3 and 3, those can cancel. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 10 and 5, those cancel. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 9 is 9. Now, these two negatives right here, they canceled. So those two would make a positive. But then this positive times this negative gives you a negative. Problem number 9 is right here. Negative 7 times 3 over 5 times 15 over 7. And this is a negative 3 over 5. So we know that the negatives will cancel, so our answer has to be something that's positive. Put the whole number over 1, start canceling. 7 and 7, 7 divided by 7 is 1, 7 divided by 7 is 1. Cancel the 15 and the 5, divide them both by 5 and you get 3 and 1. Now 1 times 3 is 3, 3 times 3 is 9. Negative times negative is a positive. 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 1 is 1, so we just have 9. You could do 9 over 1. That would be the same thing. Last problem, problem 10. Two times 4 times 1 over 16 equals, let's change these whole numbers into a fraction. 2 over 1 times 4 over 1 times 1 over 16. Cancel the 2 and the 16. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 16 divided by 2 is 8. Cancel the 4 and the 8. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. And now, 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 1/2 is our answer.